Hello Capricorn, this is your spiritual bestie Sierra, and I will be doing a special reading on today. This reading is called Hidden Messages, all right? So we're going to see what hidden messages that Spirit has for you, things that maybe you're not aware of at this time, but this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I just want to say take what resonates, leave the rest behind, as this is a general reading. If it does not resonate, please try your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. But other than that, let's get into it. This reading shouldn't be too long because we're just going to get right into it. I am going to start by getting my a message from my Wisdom Oracle deck. We will read the protection message, right? And then we'll pull 3 different hidden messages that maybe you're not aware of and clarify. Let's get started. For Capricorn, hidden messages, Spirit. Hidden messages for Capricorn at this time. Okay, interesting. You got the fates on the bottom. All right, but you got exchanging gifts, which I absolutely love. It's a beautiful card to have. So we'll put it right here. And that's your, sorry, that looks a little bit better. All right, so it says number 27. So you could be saying 222777. Or 2727. You could be feeling very serendipitous or lucky at this time. I'm hoping that if you have been seeing 222 or 777 or seeing the color pink a lot, cats, I'm hearing like pretty bows and gifts, things like that, Capricorn. This message could really be for you. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and read the protection message. And we'll get into it to see what is Spirit wanting you to know at this time that might be hidden. Okay. All right. So for exchanging gifts, the keywords are the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. All right, Capricorn. So the protection message for exchanging gifts says, be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. Capricorn, yes. Be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. And then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know you will have to walk away from or even fail at it because you can't or won't pay the dues is asked of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life, where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependency dynamic, or holding on to false sense of control. Capricorn, others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Perfect. I absolutely love that. So that's a beautiful message for you, Capricorn. We'll get right into your tarot. I hope you took something from that. I hope it resonated. I love that it had like almost 2 or 3 different meanings and messages, right? The fact about the give and take, right? Evaluating how much you give and how much you take. And also like you might be giving too much, not receiving anything, and then it puts you in a codependency victim mode, or vice versa, right? If you're not giving enough, you start to feel like you're dependent on that person. And it's just asking you to be careful, right? Be careful what you're praying for. Be careful what you're asking for, and really evaluate, right? So maybe the hidden message is there's a need for you to evaluate things that have an exchange rate, right? Have a currency or an exchange rate. Things that like what someone might buy you or do something for you, and you might not be able to meet that. Like meet them at what they are wanting or requiring, right? I'm hearing have an open, honest conversation with not just yourself, but the people around you. It doesn't mean that you have to cut people out of your life, of course. It just means that at this time, Spirit might be calling you to be honest, not with just yourself, but with others as well, right? Being able to admit like, hey, this is where I fall short. This is where I know I don't exchange gifts. I don't do a lot. I don't do enough. Or vice versa, right? They don't do enough. They don't meet my expectations or my, what I'm looking for. So there's a need for you to evaluate to see exactly maybe where that give and exchange can be a little dangerous, right? All right, let's get some tarot. We're going to do 3 hidden messages. All right, for Capricorn, what are the 3 hidden messages? Ooh, that one came out fast. All right, 2 more. That one also came out fast. And then 1 more. Hidden messages. Oh my goodness. They want you to know something, Capricorn. I just think it's so funny how they're like literally flying out. Interesting though. You got the Wheel of Fortune here at the bottom. Oh, and yes, I am using my Marvel deck. So in case you are wondering what deck I was using, I'm using my Marvel deck. Okay, perfect. They're all kind of in here. Okay. I like that setup a little bit better. That looks nice and clean. Beautiful. And we will clarify. But I want to start by letting you know you got 3 different messages. So the first one is the 8 of Cups. Ooh. Okay. 5 of Coins. 5 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. Okay. You have quite a bit of a spread here, Capricorn. And you know what's so funny? I'm pretty positive that you also were the person who got the Wheel of Fortune. I just did the next 3 months, like what to expect for Q2 for the next 3 months. And I think you guys got the Wheel of Fortune as overall energy for, I believe, April. So I just thought that was kind of funny that it's kind of popping up again here. Okay. 8 of Cups is all about walking away from things that no longer serve you. And it kind of almost ties into that exchanging gifts. Actually, all of this does. So the first message is maybe there's a need for you to walk away from something that is not benefiting you, serving you. Only you can make that decision, Capricorn, or pay attention to where you need to have a little bit of distance, have to walk away from something, right, that's no longer serving you. There might be a need for you to kind of sit down and, like I said, evaluate your relationships, yourself, even just your job. And I also am getting, don't be afraid to cut cords, but I was going to say, don't be afraid to do the evaluation. There's a need for you to be honest and open. I'm getting the Justice card for some reason. I'm getting like almost unbiased justice, like not maybe justice, maybe Queen of Swords. I'm getting very strong energy, sword energy is what I'm saying. So I got the Justice, but I also got the Queen of Swords. There's a need for you to have an unbiased opinion, right? To really sit down with yourself and see what is serving you and what's not serving you. I feel like at this time, what's hidden from you is that maybe, we'll clarify it, but maybe you're not seeing. Ooh, I got 2 things. I was going to say, at first I was going to say, maybe you're not seeing where you need to step away. And then the other thing I was going to say was maybe the need to step away hasn't manifested yet. And what I mean by that is, for some of you, I'm getting the sense of everything seems fine and dandy, but you have an inkling, right? An intuition that something is not right. And you can't, I'm hearing I can't put my finger on it. That's what I heard. But they're needing you to actually pay attention at this time and evaluate, even the people that are closest to you. I'm getting that there's a need for you to really pay attention to evaluate your connections, your people around you, and walk away from things that aren't serving you. The fact that we also got the 10 of Swords here, which is an ending, I feel like you are going to be walking away and ending something that just no longer is serving you, but we'll clarify everything. So, first message, 8 of Cups. Why the 8 of Cups for Capricorn? Oh, oh, that's so interesting. Okay. So you have the Ace of Cups that came out to clarify, but you have the 5 of Cups on the bottom. You got a lot of 5s here, Capricorn. So I will say this because I want to bring this up. You could because you have a lot of fives. So you could be seeing 555 also. But what I was going to say was fives is a lot of shifting energy, changes, right? Not being afraid of change, not being afraid of things shifting. The fact that the 5 of Cups came out here with that Ace of Cups, I feel like their spirit is trying to lead you away from something. But you know what I heard? I'm hearing like you don't want to let it go. It's almost like you're grabbing on tightly and not wanting to let it go, Capricorn. Like I literally see like a hand grabbing onto a leg and like holding on and begging to stay. But their spirit is literally telling you that there's better, right? Ace of Cups here. But the thing is, I feel like, especially with the 5 of Cups, there is going to be a grieving and mourning, right? You might also already have an inkling that you need to let a relationship or something go, a situation go. Because 5 of Cups is regret, right? It's disappointment. It's loss. It's realizing something no longer serves you, but wishing it did, even though it doesn't. I know that sounds a little crazy, but 5 of Cups is an energy of like, I feel like 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups both are energies of not settling, really. 8 of Cups is just walking away from it, but 5 of Cups is mourning it. Even though there's 2 cups behind the 3 cups that are spilled, they're still focused on the 3 cups. They're mourning it. And they're wishing that things could be different. But the thing is, you know what I just heard? I heard, wake up, Capricorn. Don't shoot me in the comments, guys. But that's what I heard. I heard, wake up. There's a need for you to get out of this mindset of feeling like you have to stay and grieve something that you know isn't serving you. You need to walk away from. Because the thing is, I feel like as soon as you walk away, there is a new beginning here, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is divine love, beautiful love, but it's also like fulfillment. It's like loving your life, loving your job, loving your support, even your friends, having the right people in your life, the right support. It is a beautiful energy. I almost get an overwhelming energy, but it's also an energy of what you deserve, right? This is heaven sent type of energy, a divine, beautiful, like earth shattering energy. And the thing is, if you're staying and you're grieving in this one spot, how can you get the cups, go over to the castle and the bridge to see that Ace of Cups? How can you leave to get to the Ace of Cups if you're still grieving and staying? And I'm not saying you can't grieve, because grief is hard. As someone who's been grieving before, I know how hard it is. Grief is very hard. And going through a healing is very, it's not a straight, it's not up and down. It's not, side to side. It's literally a bit of a crazy wave. One minute you feel like you're fine, the next you're angry, and the next you're crying, and the next you're in, victim mode or blaming. Healing and grief is not easy. I just want you to know, though, the hidden message from this is you have an inkling. You know it's up. You know you need to walk away from something. You know something new is coming your way. Don't miss an opportunity to enjoy that, to accept that, to believe in that, to receive that. That's all. All right, second message is 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles can be feeling like left out in the cold, sad, abandoned, It is a card of feeling like you're not enough, right? They say that the answer to the 5 of Cups is not, calling attention to your weaknesses, to stay in your strength. I also like to think that the 5 of Pentacles, the best way to solve the 5 of Pentacles to me, is to ask for help and support, right? Closed mouths don't get fed, Capricorn. I'm sure your mama's probably said that before in your life, but there's a need for, I always feel like for the 5 of Pentacles, the best way to solve it is to ask for help, ask for support, and lean on those people who have you like the same people you've helped in the past who have asked to lean on you. It's okay to ask to lean on them. You know what I'm saying? They want to be there for you. Allow them to be there. But let's get a little bit more clarity on why the 5 of Coins is here. Why the 5 of Coins for Capricorn? Interesting. Page of Wands. And then you got, oh, interesting, another 5. 5 of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, something is shifting and changing at this time, and Spirit is trying to get you ready. That's what I'm getting. Spirit has been trying to get you ready. I'm hearing they're trying to get you ready so you don't have to be ready. Like they want you to get ready now, so when it's time for the shift, you're not shaking off course. You're still standing on solid foundation. Anyway, Page of Wands is a card of adventure and inspiration, right? It's discovery. It's like limitless potential. The fact that it's paired up with the Five of Coins is so interesting to me with the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a conflict. It's a disagreement, right? It can be sneakiness. You know what? It's funny. I have these cards here, and it's supposed to be like a card, like really. This deck is supposed to be a good clarifier deck because it gives you information about the card. And one of the things on here says abusive relationships. I'm gonna let that sit right there. Anyway, Five of Coins, Five of Swords. I feel like there may have been for some of you, and I don't like to say this, but I don't know, I'm getting a lot of ringing in my head, so I'm gonna say it, and I'm hoping I'm gonna be careful. There might have been a relationship that just has not been serving you. I'm getting financial abuse. That's what I'm getting with the Five of Coins, Five of Swords. It could be regular. It could be also, actual abuse within the relationship in general. Financial abuse is still abuse, but there could be other elements here. But what I'm saying is I'm getting financial abuse. And I feel like that's why Spirit is wanting you to walk away from something. I'm also getting two things because Page of Wands, the first thing I was going to say was the person you're dealing with might be a fire sign who is young and impulsive and a little immature. The thing also about the Page of Wands is they follow wherever the wind goes. They just do whatever they want to do, right? They don't have a grounded energy about themselves. They're okay with just going. And for some of you, that could actually, that could resonate, right? For some of you, though, I feel like the Page of Wands is this second message might be that money has been tough and you're about to seek a new job opportunity, a new passion project, a new discovery, a new opportunity where you're going to be able to make some money, be able to actually do something worthwhile. And with the Five of Swords here, you could be keeping it close to your chest, right? You could be like, I don't want to tell anyone right now. I don't want to entertain anyone right now. You might even be keeping it. You know what I just got? For some of you, you could have either a friend, a family member, or a lover, whoever, someone in your life who nitpicks everything you do. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you wanted to enter an art contest. And they're like, why? You're going to lose anyway. And you're like, but I still want to try. Like, you know what I mean? So it almost gives you're not wanting to tell them or tell anyone because you don't want to hear the bullshit. I mean, you don't want to hear the bull. you don't want to hear stuff that isn't benefiting you. Like, oh, you're not going to make it, or the abusive language that could be wrapped up in it as well. For some of you, right? If you don't have anything abusive happening in your life, this could literally just be you having a hard time on funds, right? Feeling a little strapped for cash. And the second message here is that there is something new and inspiring coming in. And they're trying to get you ready to be able to receive it. And you might be keeping things close to your chest, or Spirit might be asking you to keep it close to your chest. Take it however it resonates, since there's so many of us, right, in the world. Take it however it resonates, Capricorn. Let's get to your last message. So your last message is the Ten of Swords. If we're going to piggyback off the whole job scenario, right, you could be leaving a job. You could be leaving a relationship. You could be leaving I was going to say leaving home, deciding to travel, deciding to intern, deciding to do something new, deciding to go to a new school. For some of you, you could be switching colleges, switching classes. I don't know. I'm just getting like maybe even switching your career or what you want to do. Like some of you could have started off wanting to do hair and then switching over and wanting to go into business, or vice versa, wanting to be in business, deciding, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to culinary school. But the Ten of Swords is technically an ending. Yes, a painful ending. Tens in the tarot do represent endings. And the fact that you have the Wheel of Fortune here, that is definitely an ending towards something, right? I am definitely getting a little bit of like fortune after difficulty though, with the Wheel of Fortune here next to it. Fortune after difficulty. So I'm getting that there might be an ending, but it is going to be for your good. But let's clarify it. Why the Ten of Swords for Capricorn? Oh, Temperance. Okay. That's so interesting. And then we got the High Priestess at the bottom. So we're going to put her over here. I can get her to sit over here and look pretty for me. Someone's car is just doing a lot outside. Y'all hear that? Things I deal with. All right. All right, Capricorn. So you got the Temperance card. Temperance is about balance, harmony, right? It's structure. I also like to say that it is about cultivating cultivating exactly what you want, which can also mean the same thing as finding meaning, finding purpose. In the Temperance card, there is this victory road here, right, towards the divine path. But they're taking their time to make it perfect, right? They're taking their time to make it exactly what they're looking for. They're not trying to go out there and just wing it. They want to make sure it's absolutely perfect. For some of you, you could be in an energy of wanting to cultivate something new, right? I'm hearing like almost like a soft ending. I know that sounds a little wild, but for some of you, I'm getting like you're choosing your ending. It's almost giving like, you know how when you're about to leave a job, you start interviewing and then you say, oh, give me 2 weeks, and you let your job know, hey, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, and it's like a soft ending leading into something new. And it's like you've planned everything to a T, so it's no surprises. There's no gaps in income even. You know what I mean? For some reason, that's kind of what I'm getting, almost like a soft ending. But Temperance is a card of healing. It's a card of rejuvenation. It's a card of, I like to say, new life, even new life and replenishment and balance and patience. So I feel like for some of you, you could be experiencing an ending. And however that takes place or resonates for you, you know, it could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be a situation, right? It could even be, for some of you, you could be dealing with someone passing away. I hope not. But if so, I do want to send my condolences to you. I pray that you're going to be doing better. And I'm going to send strength and positivity your way is what I'm trying to say. But for some of you, you could have experienced some grief and you're healing, right? I'm hearing healing and taking care of yourself and really like honing in on what you need as a person so you can get exactly what you're looking for in life, Capricorn. That's what I'm getting. The High Priestess here also is a very watery, mysterious type of card. She is water-based. She's the moon. You know what I mean? And it is a card of intuition. It's a card of spirituality and knowledge. It also is a card of like sacred knowledge, like not knowing stuff mentally. Like it's a card of like intuitively knowing something, right? You may not have all the facts in the visuals and the reality, but something is telling you something. Temperance is also a spiritual card as well. So the fact that you have both of these watery spiritual cards here is quite interesting. I actually find it quite interesting. I'm sorry. Temperance is actually fire and Sagittarius. I'm looking at the water here that they're standing in. And I was going to say, because 1 foot is on the grass, 1 foot is in the water, which is all about balance, right? And harmony. So I feel like there is an ending taking place, but it feels like a gentle ending. I feel like it's not going to rock you too much, that it's not going to shake your foundation. And if you've already experienced an ending, the hidden message is that you're healing, right? You're healing, you're getting yourself together so you can go towards your divine path, Capricorn. And you're in a very, very intuitive time. So I just want to say, I hope you enjoyed this quick reading. If you did, please comment, like, share the channel if you can. If not, that's A-OK. But thank you for joining my, I was going to say my channel. But I was going to say thank you for joining this reading. If it resonated, please comment, like, subscribe. Comment. Let me know what's happening in your life. Let me know how things are working out for you. If these hidden messages felt like it hit close to home. Let's connect. Let's continue to be spiritual besties together. But anyway, Capricorn, I hope you're having an amazing day, an amazing month, because this is coming out in April. And I hope you take care. See you in my next reading. Bye-bye.